Hey everyone, welcome to this weekly Sidereal Astrology forecast for the week of December 27th, 2021 to January 2nd, 2022. All right, so this week we have the ending of the eclipse cycle. It's been a very intense eclipse month here. And so as we approach Sunday, we'll be ending this current lunar month and gearing up for a new one. We'll have a new moon on Sunday and starting off the fresh new lunar month, and we could say the first lunar month of the solar year, being the new moon after the solstice. But as we do approach the weekend, good to let the energies die down, complete things, finalize things from this cycle. We will be coming into this week with the third quarter moon, which is more action oriented. But then as we go through the week and approach that Sunday, the energy is dying down and completing things is great. So this week with the aspects, most of them are concentrated in the middle part of the week. We have Mercury conjoining up to the Venus-Pluto conjunction. So our minds are now joining up with the deeper world. It's been very deep energy these past few weeks. And our minds are going into the underworld midweek, and so it could be great for uncovering deep stuff about ourselves and life. Maybe some of that's coming through in our relationships with Venus, maybe some of that communication, deeper communication as well. So adding to that deeper energy. And along with this, Mars will be sextile Saturn, nothing major, but a bit of productive energy, perhaps, thinking long-term, some constructive, productive energy, patience, perseverance available. And then as we do approach that new moon, we will have the sun trining Uranus on Saturday, which is a bit of free-spirited individual self-expression coming through, more of that true self coming through. And maybe some excitement, some different things to mix things up as we do end this current lunar month. All right, so let's go and take a look at all of this here in more detail when we return. Alrighty, so here is the sky for this week. We're going to look at this for each day of the week, starting first with Monday, December 27th. And as you can see here, we are using the visible sky, the uneven constellations. You can see Virgo is very large, Libra is very small. So this does change the signs very much from mainstream astrology, which unfortunately does not use the actual size of the constellations. So if you do notice some of the signs are different, some of the placements are different, definitely check out the link down below for more information on true sidereal astrology. All right, so let's go ahead and do a bit of a recap just where everything is, and it is actually quite straightforward, seeing as we now have the stellium, in this case, this three-way conjunction with Mercury, Venus, and Pluto, all here in Sagittarius, and the sun's been in Sagittarius since last week. So yeah, Sagittarius, the centaur, lots of energy here, and this is all about expanding our perception. And this can be great to do mentally, of course, so a great time of philosophy, spirituality, things like astrology that are more abstract, more right side of the brain. Channeling higher insights, higher perspectives of life, questioning the meaning of life and all these, abstract things, but also quite literally adventure sometimes, expanding those literal horizons can be great. So anything that is adventurous, anything that is open-minded, free-spirited in that sense to expand those horizons, I think is definitely great, and just a general theme with this these current placements. But there is also a deeper energy involved. Of course, the Venus and Mercury are very close to Pluto, the ruler of the underworld. It's been a very deep eclipse cycle, eclipse month these past few weeks, and Mars is in deep Scorpio. Since last week, or almost a couple weeks now. So there's that deeper component certainly still there, especially as we complete this month, ending that previous Scorpio and Ophiuchus cycle. But we'll talk more about this looking at the transits with Mercury. But with Mars, just know that there is certainly that drive, that energy to get to the truth, right? To excavate deep things about ourself and life. And that's certainly supportive to do constructively with mindfulness, with awareness, constructively during this expansive part of the cycle as well. So definitely the deeper energies, but also the post deeper energies, the free spirited, the post transformation energies, both certainly very strong here this week. Now, as you can see, most of the aspects are concentrated here about midweek. So let's go and take a look now at Monday and Tuesday, where we'll have the moon in Virgo. So the moon will place likely a stronger theme here. This will be actually Monday through Wednesday, moon in Virgo. Virgo is all about improvement. And so these first few days is great for anything that does require improvement, can be fixed and improved. Great for personal development, improving self, things like this. Also great for work and service, right? Anything that's about solving problems, fixing things, refining things. Definitely good to utilize that energy these first few days of the week. But as we start to get to the later Tuesday time period, we'll start to feel some of these aspects. One is a minor one, but certainly worth mentioning. And this is where Mars, the planet of fire and drive, and our short-term needs, is in good harmony, a sextile with Saturn, the long-term needs, patience and perseverance. And so all week, but particularly middle part of the week, there's an opening. It's nothing, the sextiles are just kind of opportunities. They don't force us into anything. But there's a door opening for some of that aligning our short-term goals towards our long-term goals. So anything productive or requires some patience or perseverance can be very supportive here, very constructive here. With that opening here this week. Now, this is also when Mercury will be passing over that Venus-Pluto conjunction that we've had, and Mercury will go retrograde next week to join up with Venus, who's already retrograde. So lots of this part of the sky being activated. Fundamentally, it is about Pluto, I think, emphasizing this bringing of the deeper energy up. With Venus, it's been great to do so these past few weeks with relationships, deep stuff there. And we, by relationships, I mean all relationships, all interactions with others. And now with Venus retrograde, maybe reflecting or rethinking, our agreements, partnerships, how we're relating, even taking a step back from different ways, or experimenting is always great during retrogrades, experimenting with different ways of connecting and relating. And, fundamentally with Venus, retrograde, it's excavating our deeper values. What do we really value in life? What do we enjoy? What do we want to connect to? And what really matters with Pluto. It's about the deeper values, what really matters at the end of the day, right? And with Pluto, it's quite deep. What really matters at the end of life, so to speak, So great to excavate all of that. But now Mercury joining the mix adds the mental and communicative sphere to this. So a deep mind, certainly, I think, this week. And deep communications are certainly possible as well. So excavating deep truths, using our mind towards research, uncovering hidden things, deep stuff, sometimes deep knowledge with Mercury here. And deep communications, maybe, really connecting in a way that's towards the truth, both internally and externally, with that, vulnerability, that deeper connection with ourself and with, again, relating, is a great way of working with it. So it's all about truth. It's all about what really matters, expressing that, communicating that, what are our deep needs, right? What really matters to us, what are our deep values. Certainly this type of energy, this middle part of the week here. And just as a minor aspect to this, the sun will be squaring up to Chiron. So just know that anything healing related, especially because it's already Pluto, but the sun square Chiron can mean any type of healing work or healing actions, whether it's physical healing or the spiritual, mental, and emotional, can be very constructive here this middle part of the week. All right, and then as we start to get into the Friday time period, the moon will start to go into Libra. So Friday is a great day for balance. Any themes around balance could be at play. And this is balance, again, personally, but Libra being very much about relationships, could be interpersonally as well. So fairness, what's right, what's just, these are likely major themes, and good to bring those scales to balance innerly and externally with that Libra energy. And then once we do get to the weekend here, so Friday the moon will go into deep Scorpio, and then go into a fucus on Saturday, and then of course then we'll end this current cycle. So with the moon here, this is just a reminder that this previous cycle was a Scorpio and a fucus cycle. Deep, again, bringing deep stuff to the surface. And so, and again, as we approach the new moon, it is about completing the current cycle. So anything to tie up, to complete, to finalize, to maybe even release regarding some of this transformation, connecting to life on a deeper level, connecting to ourselves on a deeper level, embracing the deeper aspects of ourself and of life, especially with a fucus. And in a sense, also reclaiming our power, our true power, right? The power that isn't giving our power away to a situation or person or anything like this, but the power of the true self, right? That isn't conditional on any external event like this. So anyways, reclaiming power, transformation, empowerment, healing, all this great to finalize in this phase of the cycle. And then just let the energies die down a little bit as we do gear up for that new moon on Sunday, and listen, right? It's the lowest energy phase of this cycle. Good to listen around Sunday, see what new arises from that. It is all in all a supportive new moon. I'll make a separate video on this, of course, but it is trining up to Uranus, and the sun will be trining up to Uranus, particularly this weekend. So all these days surrounding Saturday, I think is great for letting that individual self-expression come through. Be very creative or just expressive, more individuality, our unorthodox side coming through, or individuality, and maybe just mixing things up a little bit, right? So some different experiences, listening to our excitement, maybe even some Uranus things, technology, innovation, weird things. All right, all great to do, let's say, over the ending phase, over the weekend here, as we approach that new moon. All right, everyone, so that is the week in a nutshell. Most important thing here is that we do have that ending phase of this cycle. We do come into it in the third quarter, so it is still action-oriented. So we come into this week, but as we approach Sunday's new moon, the energy is dying down, completing things from this eclipse, very intense, transformative cycle. Midweek is where we have the major aspects, with particularly the conjunction with Mercury, Venus, and Pluto. And so it's all about, again, deeper values, bringing those up, maybe using our mind to excavate, understand, learn about, right, empower ourselves with deeper knowledge and such, and to communicate that as well, from the depths. And and then a bit of support with the Mars sextile Saturn, some productive energy perhaps, or just anything that requires patience and perseverance, certainly available to work with. All right. So everyone, have a fantastic week. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to click the like button if you're watching this on YouTube. And if you are watching this on YouTube, definitely check out the link down below for MTZ Insiders. It is a free newsletter where you do get these videos released first, plus extra content not normally released on YouTube. All right. So have a great week, everyone. Thank you again. And I'll see you all next time for the next astrology forecast. Take care.